I used to work in the restaurant industry as a server, uh,
Yeah.
and a lot of people would be like, when I would be like, "What's your cook?" and then they'd like stare me in my soul and be like, "Make that. I want it to still be mooing." And I'm like, "All
Yeah.
right, man. Just tell me rare. Just tell me medium rare." Like the people that like the blood, they like it too much.
Yeah.
Vampires.
Yeah, vampire, vampire.
Are you one?
They
You
are.
sounded just like one.
Oh, well, I was just trying to correct you because I don't want to insult any vampires that might be watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
and look out for that apology
I'm
video
sorry, I
when it
mean
comes.
vampire.
I can get a.
Vampire.
Vampire.
Here's the thing. I get like a steak
Vampire.
looking rare being
Hey,
good, but the thing
Dom.
I can't do with
Hey, Dom.
anything. What? What?
Vampire.
The thing I don't
Hey,
like.
it's his day, all right?
Let's let's knock it off.
Let's knock it off. It's his day.
But I can't stand rare hamburger. Like when people have like too much pink in their
Oh.
hamburger, I think that's disgusting.
Yeah, let's
I
gross.
just, I don't
Like
see
a
why
pink
anybody.
steak I get, but
Steak, sure, but hamburger.
hamburgers I always do well. Yeah.
Hamburgers,
you
I
got-
can do a medium well. I can maybe even do a medium, but when you start playing
Oh.
medium, I can do a medium
Yeah.
only because Mr. Schumacher, not the R Schumacher, but Mr. Schumacher, he turned me on, and period. He turned me on.
Talking
No,
about
he
Father
turned
of
me
the
on
Bride?
to medium cook, and I'm like, okay, um, it just makes it wetter, and if you just don't imagine, if you don't
one way to-
imagine, if you don't remember it's blood, it is good.
Right. Just pretend it's just juicy. It's just juicy.
Like if you just, it's like it's extra oil or something. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Just
So
grease
I
it.
get it.
Yeah,
I
it's
get it. But medium rare and rare is like super wet, blood oozing. Like I've,
Yeah.
obviously picked up those plates, and it's just like a blood bath. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what are you? Ugh.
Well, it's not just the blood for me, but it's also just the idea of bacteria, like in
Yeah.
the food that's not being, yeah, yeah. I can't
Yeah, I
deal with
mean,
that.
cooking is a thing for a reason. It doesn't just add flavor and
Yeah,
texture to food. It kills
it
bacteria.
makes it
It's
safe.
necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it safe to eat. We're
Well,
not
here's the thing.
carnivores. I mean, raw carnivores at least.
Well, especially with things like chicken and pork, like those really got it. Like, there are a lot of times at restaurant, like if I get a pork chop, I'll send it back because I'm like, guys, you really got a pork chop. Like, I'm not trying to
Can't
get a
play around with
tapeworm.
that.
Yeah, I don't
can't
want a
play around
tapeworm.
Yeah, don't play with pork chops. We didn't even do like cooks on those. We always made them. The lowest cook we did
Yeah.
was medium well.
Yeah, exactly.
Even that to me is just pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pork, just do it well. Just pork is either done or it's
Come
not.
on.
I feel
Come
like.
on.
And what are you holding back anyway? That's what I'm saying. Who was the
Yeah.
first person that, like, after we invented fire and cooking and realized things taste good, well done, or done, they were just like, hey, how about we just, like, don't all cook it all the way and then eat it? Like, who was the first person who did that? And then who
Well,
didn't, like, club
Probably
him
by
over the
accident.
some of those like indigenous like people back in the day, like have you seen like the Eskimos or like people in Mongolia who can just eat meat like raw
Yeah.
almost? Like they have the guts for it.
Yeah.
Their microbiome has got to be insane.
Yeah, for
Like I
real,
take
though.
Yeah.
probiotics here for mine, but they just got it.
They
Yeah.
don't need them. Yeah, it's within them.
Yeah.
Their biotics
Yeah.
are already professional.
Now if you gave them like maybe a Twinkie, it might like kill them, but they can handle the meat.
Yeah, right, exactly. They're like,
Interesting point. Interesting
Like if you
point.
give them our processed crap, you know,
is this Tweaky
I
well
don't know.
done?
They'd keel over an instant.
Twinkie.
Ugh.
I just maybe we'll do this episode
beer.
sometime, like if we do hostess, because I was never the biggest Twinkie guy. I think ding dongs
no?
and cupcakes were always better.
If we
Yeah.
do hostess,
Yeah,
y'all are gonna hate
zebra
me.
cakes.
Yeah. Or the cream pies and all those are more little Debbie, the oatmeal
And the what?
pies. The oatmeal cream pies.
Yeah.
The Debbie ones, yeah.
I was not.
And the
I'm
zebra
not a huge
cakes.
fan of any of that.
It was junk. We never really
Aw.
had it in the house growing up.
It's good junk though. It's good junk.
It is.
What's
Last time
up
I
with
had
the?
like
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna
What's
say
up with
last time-
airline food? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, what were we gonna say? I didn't have anything important.
Oh, I was just gonna say, what's up with the what are those? Are those what the chocolate with the white swirl in front? What are those?
No.
Ding dong or ho oh?
Those are ho-hos.
Ho-hos, yeah.
Yeah, they're like
Okay,
little swirl
I said
cakes.
and it's
ho-oh,
like yeah,
like
there's
the
cake in
Pokemon.
the middle.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah,
they
what's up
are.
with
They're
those?
just like a
Well,
little rolled cake. Yeah, with cream.
right.
What's up with those? I don't like them.
Well, they're based on
A
like
little
a
dry.
bigger. They're based on a bigger cake, which is called like a Swiss roll cake, and then they just made like a tiny chocolate version.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It
The real
sucks.
ones are probably pretty good, but I like them.
Or are you talking about ding dong, which is like
Ding Dong's like the hockey puck looking
hockey
one.
puck with a little twist, little white twist on the top?
No. That's the cupcake. So the Ding
What?
Dong is just like a
Wait.
plain hockey puck, and it has chocolate all around. But the cupcake
Okay.
just has the chocolate on top and then the white swirl.
Oh.
The little white,
And
curly thing
inside, no
on top.
cream or anything?
No, they both have cream. Yeah, the Ding Dongs and
Oh.
cupcakes are very similar, but people tell me they taste different. I don't know. I haven't tried them side by side.
One is
but
too dry. One of them is too dry.
probably
is
the
too dry.
cupcakes, but yeah,
Warning. Probably.
one of them probably.
Well, I mean, they're all disgusting to me. That's why I said like
Okay,
if we did that,
damn.
I would do it. I would do
Mhm.
it, but I'd be very tempted to put everything in the trash tier.
You know what I haven't had in like ages? Like like cream puffs. Like
Cream
they're not
puffs?
like they're not
Oh,
like
the
sold
pink-
in a bag or anything. Not like they're not a Hostess thing. I'm just talking like real
Oh.
cream puffs that
Mm.
like.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like sometimes like restaurants would have them. They're like
Or
homemade and they're like chilled.
Yeah.
My grandma
Sure.
used to on my dad's side would have them at like Christmas.
Do you get like cake pops too?
Cake pops. I don't know if
It's a
they did
new
cake
thing.
pops, but I've had cake pops. Yeah, those are a newer thing. They didn't make those back then, but I've had them somewhere.
They're
Um,
okay.
Probably Starbucks.
They're okay.
They're probably. I
Mhm.
probably would do
Starbucks will
them
do it.
now, even if I was having a gluten-free one, because they're kind of undercooked. The cake inside.
True.
It
Yeah.
would probably
True.
bother my stomach.
Yeah, it's more about
even
the
if it
pop.
was. Yeah.
Right.
The cake is second on that trip. It takes.
I got to be
second.
honest.
Unfortunately true.
See, in the whole like donuts thing, I'm the same with like donuts. I can have like one, but now like if I have more than one, it makes me sick. You know what I mean? They're
I
so
hear you.
rich.
I hear you too. I'm at a
Mm.
3 minimum over here.
Minimum.
Anything less than that, it's just not happening.
Well, I used to be able to eat a whole box, but like I guess I reduced to like 5, 4.
What? And I'm
Yeah.
talking about like a whole
Can't
like
crush 'em.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
I'm not talking like the mini powdered donuts. I can destroy those. I mean, I don't have them now. Again, gluten free. But like even in college, like at Lincoln Land, every now and then I'd get them from the vending machine, and I'd have like white shit on my face all day. It was embarrassing.
Oh no.
But those are good. Those are good junk.
Oh yeah.
But I think a cinnamon roll, a good cinnamon
Oh,
roll, is better
yeah.
than a donut, in my opinion.
Yeah, like the ones
I
that
think I'm
aren't
agree.
like super hot, or not the ones that are like stale cold, like the
Right.
ones that are like lukewarm and gooey.
Yeah, and I'm not even
Yeah.
talking like the big Cinnabon ones that are too cakey. I mean like a really good Pillsbury one you make at home and then you
Mm.
drizzle on like the icing.
Okay, I see you.
You know, like the
Yeah.
kind that come in that can that go like,
Yeah.
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 You have to smack it on the side of the table a couple
Right,
times.
right. It's always made me a little nervous as a kid opening those because I feel like they'll like,
Same.
explode. I'd be like,
I'm gonna hurt myself.
yeah,
Mom, you
And it
do
would
it. You hurt
startle.
yourself.
The noise would startle me.
yeah.
What did you learn? What did you learn?
This is your fault, Ma.
It's like a big girl like taking off like a corset. It's like,
busting out.
oh yeah, okay.
Yo, speaking
So-
of busting out, do you
He's
guys
gotta
remember
flex.
The Sims busting out?
Yeah, of course. Oh,
No.
yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
I don't.
Like The Sims was sick,
Busting.
but did y'all remember about The Sims busting out?
The Sims.
I don't
busting.
remember. I don't barely even remember The Sims.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, I just not in my world.
Yo, The Sims.
I didn't have it, but I knew about it.
Well, yeah, my cousin
Sims
played
was
it.
bussin'.
My sister
Busting out.
is one of the best Sims players I've ever seen.
The best. I didn't realize that's how there could be a best.
Well, like it's like just how in depth. I always like with those games are like simulation, resource games, life simulation games. I always praise the detail people can do because I usually play those games for maybe like an hour, maybe for 2 days, and then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done with the family I created, and I don't want to keep living their life. But my
And
sister,
everyone knows
she
like a girl, who,
yeah,
like
she would go through
logs
like
hours in.
she like had at least like 4 generations worth of Sims. Like she had like starting
Oh,
from a
yeah.
grandparent. It was crazy, and she would like meet random Sims like actually in the game, bring them into her family, go to college because she had the expansion packs. It was like a movie.
Wow.
Like a whole family tree.
Yeah,
A whole life.
it's like
to
a whole
live.
life. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I want to get like that. I want to do that, and then I'd make a family and then play for 3 days. I'm like, all right.
That's enough.
Back to Smash Bros.
Heck yeah.
The Smash Bros.
That's the
Oh,
kind
well.
of life simulation I like, causing
tune-
death.
Everyone's
Tune
talking
in.
about the new Street Fighter, but I've only played Street Fighter at like friends' houses.
Street Fighter?
Same here. Same here.
I don't
Again,
really
not
like
my
Street
world.
Fighter because I don't really like. I always hate games with invisible walls that you back up into, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden there's no space apparently.
And the overly complicated button combos of those
I just
kind of
don't-
fighting games.
It seems like you can do like 4 or 3 combos and you'll win a round in Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing. I like some of the like I did for it for fun because I felt like drawing them, but I'm not good at it. I know very little about it. I wanted to draw like Chun-Li and stuff. Like,
Very drawable character there.
Yeah.
all the artists, they
They're
do
probably
it too.
one of
and
the
I'm just-
most drawn characters.
I was gonna say, I'm hopping
some
on the
reason.
bandwagon. But that's
Hey,
why
Like you're
sometimes.
leading the
Oh,
charge.
nothing wrong with that every now and then.
Well, that's why sometimes with those characters that are drawn so much, sometimes I want to draw them because I'm like. So that's fun.
This is how they should really be.
Yeah, like I like to give it like my perspective. Like
Yeah.
here's the correct way to draw her. Like you people draw her too.
The
You
wrong
people
way
who
if
have
you want.
logged hours and hours in this game, you
The
don't
legs
know.
aren't big enough.
No, well, yeah. I mean, I like
Amateurs.
because I saw what you did, and I liked it because it has a style. Not a lot of people
Oh, thank you.
doing art has style necessarily. Like this is something I talk with Mary a lot. Like when I was scrolling through Instagram art, there's a lot
Yeah.
of not hating on anybody that does this, but there's a lot of Steven Universe-esque art. There's a lot of Adventure Time-esque art. There's a lot of like
A lot of
people
realism that blends together.
exactly.
Must
like,
be
it's
a
not
coincidence.
Too There's not too much like defined. Like why don't you want to be like okay that inspires me, but let me. I just see a lot of stuff that looks like regular show. A lot of stuff that looks like or chibi
I
anime
guess-
like.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
this drawn image of yours, Dom, but if somebody put a bunch of pictures of Chun-Li in front of me, I bet I can point yours out.
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
It's just
Yeah.
It's just on my Twitter. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly what
And
I mean.
they were quick drawings, honestly. They were just kind of doodles. But what was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of regular show, you guys ever seen that new show, Close Enough?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen an episode
It's
of it. I saw
good.
the episode where he
Funny.
wanted to become a video game programmer again because he ran into his old buddy that made it as a video game programmer.
Yeah. It's
The one with
literally
him,
regular
yeah.
show about being.
it really
entertained.
is.
It's
Yeah,
a lot
it
more
really is.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's regular show without the animals. Here's the thing.
It
It's
feels like the
basically-
show he always wanted to make to me.
Yeah, because regular show I feel like is more about being in your 20s. This is about like being in your 30s, living in LA.
Being a new parent, you know.
Exactly.
That one about him getting into fitness at the gym
That was a
is
good one.
hilarious.
Oh, yeah?
I
That
love
was a good one. There's a lot of really funny ones. Yeah, I recommend it.
Okay,
Um,
close enough. I mean, I've only
so,
seen that one episode, but I'd never digged into
Yeah,
it.
that's good.
It's
It's good.
on
Check it out.
HBO. Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked it. I don't know why. I do that all the time though. Like I thought you guys saw my
Sure.
tweet about Stranger Things.
Uh-huh.
Where I said like one episode. Well, I said that Stranger Things, the newest season, episode 4, is basically just anime. But I liked it. I was just trying to make
Is that
a
a
joke,
good or
you know.
nothing?
No, it's
Okay.
good. It's good. It was. I just
This new
think it
season
was.
does, yeah.
I just think that like it'll. I'm not spoiling. I'm not gonna say any detail about it because I know Stranger Things is a
Okay.
very sensitive property, and I know people will, But I'm just saying, when you get to that
Yeah, don't come for
episode,
us.
remember what I said, and just think of like any anime, and just look at how it goes scene
Yeah.
by scene. That not all the episodes are like that, but that episode specifically is just like an anime, in a really good way.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. This
You've
one
seen it
is.
too, Dom?
I haven't caught up yet. I'm on like
Okay.
episode
So remember that, Dom, when you
like
see it.
4. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm already getting those vibes. Yeah.
Oh, really?
'Cause it's
Okay.
not as. It doesn't feel as grounded as the first season. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
not in a bad way, but just yeah.
Oh,
Stephen King
okay.
shouted this
Good.
season out. He said he likes it a lot. So I think
It's
he
very
likes how it's
Stephen
going.
King.
It's really off the rails. There's a lot of, but like how anime gets, like what is happening
Right.
sometimes. But it's not bad. Like it's not in a bad way at all.
No, 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 not at all. That's not necessarily a thing.
But knowing me,
Um,
I'll not
I look
watch
forward
Stranger
to
Things after being impressed by Stranger Things.
You guys get to these quick, man. I still have to watch Ozark.
I've
Still haven't
been
seen
like,
that.
I've only seen Mary watches who's been watching Stranger Things, so I just watch it when
Hey,
she put it
there you
on.
go.
uh,
That's
do
what
it.
that's the one I
That'll do it.
caught. You know.
so are you guys ready to start transportation?
No.
Oh yeah. Speaking of vehicles to the next destination,
All right, all
today
right.
we're
Talk
talking
about,
about transportation.
Segue.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
A little segue. One of the worst
Yeah.
ways to transport yourself. Let me share my
Are
screen.
we live right now?
Oh yeah, we've been live.
Okay, good. I just wanted,
We
okay, I
been
just
live.
wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. We out here, Koala Bear Gang. I didn't know we go this far, y'all. We in the teens. We growing up. That's crazy, actually.
What?
We in the what?
It's well above the stream.
Do you guys see it?
I got it. Yep.
Cool,
yep.
cool.
I'm looking at
Quality movement. Oh, I like the clip art.
Yeah, like right here.
right?
Uh,
Simple.
I
It's
just
simple.
like how a hot air balloon is an option. That's great. I've never been in a
Is
hot
it the
air balloon.
best? Could it be the best?
So here's the deal, though. We don't have. First of all, King's only. I mean, private jet.
Private.
I
Oh
see
yeah,
it on
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Private jet is definitely. We can establish, but regular flying sucks.
I hear ya.
I hate
It's an
flying.
important distinction there. Yeah.
Yeah, I
get
wish we could.
claustrophobic.
I wish we could like add a picture.
Split that. Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. You guys got to know that being in a private jet is lit because this is a plane.
Everyone knows that, though, but that's obvious. That's obvious.
Yeah, it's great.
But this is commercial flights, clearly, and that's like
Yeah,
probably.
I got a thing with flying
staring
now.
out the window?
I gotta take I gotta take something. I gotta be like low stress because getting through security is a pain. Scheduling everything, you gotta be 2 hours before your flight,
Right. At least.
packed in like sardines.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've always hated regular flying. I mean, I've only flown, but
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sure
I've
if I
never
ever
flight
try
coach.
business class, I'll never be able to go back. I'll be spoiled. So, unfortunately, yeah.
I've always flight coach. I want to find because like they have like beds in first class, right?
Yeah, some if the plane's big
Dang.
enough, if it's like an overseas flight, yeah. There's like commercials for like Air Emirates where you get like your own cubicle, basically.
Yeah, like your own
Yeah.
like couch, comfy cubicle
Yeah,
with a little desk and little like everything. I'm just like, huh?
I haven't even seen that before.
it's also insanely expensive, even
Mhm.
for coach. Yeah,
Gotta be.
Yeah, pretty.
I've never flown before, by the way.
Really?
haven't?
28 years old, never flown on an airplane.
really, wow.
Yep.
I didn't a lot growing up.
Shelter-
It wasn't until I was a bit older.
Hmm.
But
I went
you
on
know,
an overseas flight to Italy and back.
Oh, nice,
and,
nice.
and it was miserable.
well, no, I wouldn't say it was miserable.
Oh, okay.
Swiss Air, and Swiss Air is a good airline. But we're in the back. It's a packed plane. It really takes forever to get off because you're in the back of a plane.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we landed, and I had to pee so bad, but we were, but you know, when you're landing, they make you sit down, like keep your seatbelt on. So I had to wait till we landed. But as soon as we landed, people in the aisle, they get in there, they're grabbing their bags, and like push this Indian guy And I felt bad, and he didn't speak English. I was trying to say, excuse me, he didn't know. It
Yeah.
was an emergency. I had to go.
Yeah, I
Stuff
mean,
like that. Flying can be.
even if it wasn't an emergency, you have all the right to do that.
Just shove.
No, I was kidding. I'm just kidding.
So
No, exactly. Yeah, people get aggressive when they fly. I haven't flown since the pandemic, certainly, but I've heard it's
right.
gotten a little even more hostile.
Well,
As the viral videos would suggest.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
I've flown to like Florida, and I've flown to Europe one time. That was the worst. Like I liked when you fly is it international within the nation,
Oh, just national.
Domestic.
Yeah.
nationally, yeah.
Domestic.
When
yeah.
you domestically, yeah, travel
Because
domestically.
they're short.
Exactly. It's cool
Usually.
then. It's like a 4 hour thing, 3 hour thing. But overseas, when you have to like spend a day in a plane, it's terrible.
That sucks. Yeah, it was 8 hours to Italy because we flew out of O'Hare. We
Wow,
would
it was
fly
12
through-
hours from Atlanta because we had to fly from O'Hare to Atlanta, so that was like 3 hours, 2 hours, and then from Atlanta to
I hate all the
the
connecting.
UK, and that
another-
was 12 hours, so it was like a 15-hour thing.
That's another thing that sucks about flying is finding direct flights because it'll be like, oh, like we would fly out to LA for animation conferences and stuff like that, and it would be like you'd think you could just drive to Chicago or St. Louis, get a direct flight to LA, they're big cities going, but instead it would be like, okay, we got one. You drive up to, St. Louis or somewhere like that. You go to Atlanta, you go to Dallas, then you go to LA. You know what I mean? Then the
Yeah.
way back, it would be like, oh, actually, you got to fly in. Like, you would be further the other direction. It's like, oh, you got to interchange in DC and then back to Illinois.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just wasted time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, the more we talk about it, flying.
Should we put it even lower? Should we
right.
just say don't go? Just don't go.
No, I will not go.
Well, here's the thing,
It is
though.
fast, though.
It is fast, and sometimes being in the air is kind of cool.
They say it's the safest form of travel.
Statistically, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it, but
I guess. No, it does
After we
not
stop
feel like it at
smoking
all.
on them, yeah.
yeah, that's true.
I'm just trying to get your second hand.
Okay,
All right.
submarine.
Already
Heck,
have two.
no.
No. So
I don't know why that's on
claustrophobic.
here.
Are you sure, guys? Are we sure about this?
I mean, they're cool, but I would never get in one.
The only time you'll have to go in a submarine is when you're going into like super depth water, and I'm not cool with that.
For
Because
That's scary
research
to me.
purposes,
That's
that's
super
so
scary.
scary. The
if
pressure
you run into
alone.
a gosh darn squid that wants to
giant freaking squid that's
Yeah.
real.
Well, and those military ones, like they don't even have windows, so you're just in a big metal tube.
Mhm.
I hate
Ugh.
that. I hate that.
Talk about claustrophobia.
Yeah, way too claustrophobic. Like if a plane is bad, a submarine's worse.
Oh, for sure. Okay, what do you guys think about?
Okay, we got the
I don't
bad
know why
ones
there's
out.
like two boats because
Okay,
we
so,
can almost make this the private jet.
So don't go too hard on me here, guys, because
This is like for babies.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
I looked at a couple of these lists and I thought, some of the picture ones
Well,
were a little
okay.
too.
So we'll say that's like we'll pretend that's like speedboats or small boats.
Okay.
Speedboats are
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, speedboats are fun.
But
But wait,
the other one's what?
on a
Cruise
lake?
liners?
yeah. This is cruise
Yeah.
lining. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say that's a cruise ship. Yeah.
Okay then. So not bad, right?
Oh,
No,
yeah, I like
not
a
bad at
speedboat.
all.
And if it's like a fishing boat, I mean, sure. Here's the thing: there's a big difference between a speedboat and a boat you have to row, or a regular little motor fishing. But here's the thing: most people don't use boats you have to row unless it's a kayak. So we'll just say like that could be a little motor boat.
But where are you?
speedboat, And those are
Okay.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we got to leave kayaks and stuff out of it. We got to leave everything out that you're not actually using to get from one place to another. Nobody's like taking a kayak
No.
to work.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
I hope not.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take-
Speedboats at
hard.
least, have more.
Right.
Cruise ships. So I've never been on a cruise ship or like a major. huge
Almost.
boat.
Almost,
I-
Chef Shu, if you're in the chat,
I've been on a cruise
it could have
ship,
happened.
but it wasn't a cruise ship. It was more like
Mhm.
it was. We were traveling from the strait to get to France. Like so we took a port instead of like we can drive to France. I forgot why we did it, but it was cool. But I would say like there's a weird shifty thing, and it can really make you sick. Like I thought I wouldn't
Yeah.
be like affected by it at all, and I wasn't. But there's somebody that was really affected by it, and I was like, oh, I see why somebody could be affected by this because there's no
Well, I hear it
stability
gets
at
worse.
all. Like it's just like you're always walking
Yeah.
on a hard waterbed.
And I hear it gets worse as you get older. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't affect young people as much usually, but yeah.
Yeah, so I can feel it because at the beginning I'm like, can I handle this? I'm like, yeah, I'll be able to handle this. So that's why I'm like, if there's room, sure, but I'm not sure if I would want to go on like a cruise for like, well, I guess a bigger boat you wouldn't feel it, but I don't know.
Or would you
Yeah,
feel
I
it
feel
more?
like the
But
bigger the
I
boat,
feel
you
like
feel it
after
less,
you
but-
even a cruise, if you're like on one of those 2 week cruises, after you do everything, wouldn't it get kind of boring?
Well, those things, those big
Right.
cruise ships, too, I feel like there's always like diseases breaking out on those.
Oh, there definitely is.
I don't know why, but yeah, for
Time and
whatever
time again.
reason, yeah, like you hear like, oh yeah, stomach bug run around a cruise ship again. Something about probably how the food is kept, people being close quarters, something.
Something like
But some are
that.
very nice. I wouldn't mind doing like one of those Alaskan ones or one of those cool like river cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those seem cool. But anyway, what we got next? We got
Let's just get the car out of the way. It gets everyone everywhere. It's
Is that-
Wait, is that cars or is that taxi
taxi.
specific?
Yeah,
I
was
mean,
gonna say.
there's no car.
Oh, shit.
And since a
Boy.
taxi is a car, we might as well. Like
you find this
we can mention
Guys,
uh,
I made this. I made this. I whipped this up in a couple seconds here. So
Okay, because here's the thing. I think there's a difference between a taxi and having to
yeah, we
drive
can talk
yourself.
about it. Yeah, we can talk about it.
Because here's the thing. Driving, I kind of like driving, but driving on the highway, I used to like it. Now I don't. I don't know why. I hate traffic. I get anxious when I'm on the interstate and I'm stuck in traffic. I get the yips about it now. It's kind of a thing more for me like recently. But yeah, it didn't used to bother me when I was younger. But now, even if I'm not like the one driving, if we're like stuck in like 5 lanes of traffic, I get a little, again, it's a claustrophobia thing.
I think the problem is it's so necessary. Like you usually don't
Yeah.
have a lot of other options. And like, is public trans like bus better?
Well, buses, themselves make a lot of pollution, but it is good to have public transport. The problem is America urbanization is way too strict. Like our cities aren't as walkable now.
Yeah.
And like think about like how much room like highways and parking lots take up in America.
Compared to other
Not that
countries.
everything's ideal there, but yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't. Sometimes though, like when I'm in a city, it's kind of fun to be in a cab or Uber.
Yeah.
Just for the vibes.
Well, because I don't know, like you can like look around, and you're not the one driving, so you deal with it, and the cab driver's like whipping around. He knows his way.
Yeah,
That
I'll
is kind
never
of a good
drive in
point,
the city.
'cause-
I'll always just like
Yeah.
never drive in the
Exciting.
city. It's garbage. I'll just Uber everywhere. But like for me, I only like I like talking about the difference, but for me, whether you're driving or being driven, you're in a car. So I'm just like, it's the most practical mode of transportation, I think.
I love the independence of it.
There's
That's what I
independence
like.
to it. It's not too large. There's a lot of different sizes you can go with.
No,
Fuel
not
efficiencies. It can still pick up multiple people, store things. So it's just like, you don't need water. You can go through water depending which car and how big the water gap
True.
is.
Now, I wouldn't put it in
Mudden?
Kings Landing, though. For me, I would say quality movement, because it is an amazing technology, but it is polluting the world. It
Yeah,
isn't
but
always safe.
all of these are kind of polluting the world.
Yes,
So
especially
it's like-
cruise ships. Yeah.
There should have been a different one for like electric cars and gas cars. See, I'm starting to realize maybe
Well-
that this tier list might have a couple of flaws to it.
Well, even the electric cars are not
Yeah,
that
yeah.
good because the power grid.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't thinking
A lot of
about that.
energy.
That like we don't get electricity from nowhere. We have to do something
Right.
to get
That's
that.
right.
This is more to be
It's,
produced.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
yeah. So
But I think also in terms of cars, big difference between driving a Mercedes and having to draw, or not draw. Well, one, yeah, I hate having to draw cars. Every artist can,
Ah,
but uh, there's a big difference between driving a Mercedes and driving, an old Honda, Toyota thing. Actually, I'm gonna diss Hondas. I drive Honda. So,
it's a good brand. It's a good
cars are
manufacturer
everywhere.
there.
what was each of your first car? Because I mean, some of us might still drive them. I still have mine.
I think mine was
Mine
a Dodge Neon.
was total.
Oh yeah, you had the. It was the Mazda, right?
Mine was the Mazda
What year?
626. 2001, 2002.
Mine was a 2005 Honda Accord. Still
Nice.
got it, but now I drive 2011 Honda Accord now. Yeah.
Much better.
Yep.
See, we're just regular people.
You know,
You see.
We're just regular cars. Like,
Well, and then the
drive a
McLaren
black
S20 is.
BMW.
yeah. Then now
Was
I
my
drive
first car.
a McLaren. Now I drive a Ferrari. No, I drive actually now a Mazda CX-5. Pretty moderate
Mazdas.
vehicle.
You drive a wait, when did you get a Mazda CX-5?
Like 2 months, 3 months ago.
Yo, talk to me after this.
Okay.
I've been looking at CX-5s.
Okay, I got you, bro. But
We used to have a Mazda. Yeah.
they're nice. They're
Good
nice.
brand.
Nice little push to start. It's pretty smooth.
Oh, I don't have a
Heck
button
yeah.
car. I
Yeah.
use keys like I'm living the
Like a
20th century.
plebeian.
I got that fat fob now.
Fat fob?
Got that fat fob.
The Bob.
Okay, so hot air balloons are terrible. You only
Hot air
go up.
balloons is pretty terrifying to me. I have a fear of falling, you guys.
It's
and
loud.
It
Yeah.
triggers. It'll trigger in a
People
hot
think it's romantic because they don't know what romance is.
because
They
women
look
are
cool
idiots.
from a distance, but I would want to be in one.
Yeah.
They
no.
think it's a magic carpet effect, and it's not. Because it's just.
It is kind of
Are
beautiful
we-
though when they do that thing in, was it like Turkey or somewhere? Festival where there's like a ton of them.
Yeah, that's pretty to look at.
But boy,
I
like
wouldn't-
you just gotta hope it's not too windy.
Yeah, they run into each other.
I'm like,
Eek.
yeah,
I would be so. I would
Too
pass out.
whimsical.
I would literally
Yeah.
pass out if I went in a hot air
Too whimsical, not practical.
balloon.
yeah, way too whimsical. So, I mean, yeah, no one's gonna be like, get to the hot air balloon.
And slow. Can we just say slow?
Yeah, that takeoff is
Okay.
terrible, even if you were in an emergency.
Yeah.
So now we
Uh,
got buses that's I don't really like that much.
I don't either. They're loud. Again, they smell bad. If you're driving behind a bus, they have tons of exhaust, so you're like gagging.
And then make frequent stops.
Yeah, yeah. Not only like black smoke.
Not bad,
comes
not
out.
bad.
Yeah, I'm not like wait, and then you gotta wait for them, and then they're rude
Some are
if you
filled with
aren't like
kids.
in a certain area. I remember I came running after, like I remember like it's like the SpongeBob episode where I was coming back from the college I attended, and at the time I didn't have a car, so I was taking the bus home, and so I went
Rock
to get
bottom?
a drink. Yeah, like that SpongeBob episode. I went to get a
Yeah.
drink from the water fountain after waiting a little bit. And literally a second, and I look up, and the thing is there, and I run out,
Oh,
and I'm
no.
running behind the bus because it took off, and I end up throwing my backpack at it because I'm like, bro,
my
just
God.
stop! I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I'm
Yeah.
literally like, you see me, and then
Yeah.
but it just kept driving off.
Oh,
What a
the
jerk.
injustice.
And then when I called, I was like, bro, and then they're like, well, he has all the right to do that because we're on a schedule. I'm like, I was literally 2 feet behind him.
No
Anyway,
courtesy.
so yeah, that's.
Ruthless.
I guess I have a vendetta with buses because of that experience.
Ugh,
And so we're gonna put it in the second to the lowest tier
it's
there.
personal.
There you go. Yeah. Helicopter I've never been in. I don't know what that's like. It looked
So
cramped.
we could make that. That's how like billionaires get around the city and stuff. We could put that in like private jets. I think it'd be pretty cool. Sure, I'd feel like a
So
king.
sure.
What about you?
I don't know if I'd feel like a king, but
It seems dangerous.
Well, if you're in one of those like cool rich person ones, like in Succession, that's what they get in.
That's
That's
the
how they get
helicopter
around.
Succession.
I just don't like how it's like, where are we going? Every time you're in one.
That's true, and you got to put on the headset
You know
and all
what I'm saying?
that.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right. Maybe not kings, but
I think it's quality movement.
Quality movement.
It gets you where you need to go.
it is a cool technology.
It does
'cause they
take
can just
off really
hover.
fast. It has nice landing and stuff, but it's not something. But
Whenever one,
it can be
has to go-
dangerous. You know.
It has to
whenever
go
one
down.
flies over, you gotta look.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that noise?
Yesterday, yeah, one went over low and up.
What do they? What could they be do? The military ones with the two double blades,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
double
man.
rotors there. Those are cool.
I don't know, as a kid, you'd see on the sky,
wanted
like,
to
what's
say
going
that.
down? You see a lot of helicopters that day as a kid, you're like, oh, man, something's happening.
Oh wow. Must be an X in the sky.
Well, since American thing isn't really mopeds, and that's what this is.
I was going to say, what are we, a bunch of Italians?
Yeah, we can treat
Whoa!
this as we can treat
Bunch
this
of
as
wops.
motorcycle.
Hey.
Oh God. And I
I
think,
guess you're right. If we're doing those as motorcycles,
yeah. What do you think about motorcycle? You cut out a little bit.
Oh, me? I don't like them. I think, here's
Yeah.
the thing. We live
Oh,
behind a
shit.
busy street, and this time of year, they are so loud,
So loud, yeah.
and they're so dangerous. I won't even get on one. I mean, they look cool. I'm not going to lie. They look cool, but I would never get on one.
I will say mopeds are a little bit safer, but I don't think they're as
Yeah.
quick.
No, they're the nice
No.
cruise though. Like I always wanted a
I guess
moped.
that's how they're
That'd be
not as
sick.
dangerous.
They're supposed to be like a
Mopeds for
nice.
getting around the city.
Yeah, just get nice,
Yeah.
and they're respectable. They know where they're supposed to be. They're usually nice, like to ride the sidewalks or the side of the road. They're not like motorcycles that are like I'm a car too.
Right.
Right. So we just
They know their
that's
place.
the other thing. They're always like, watch for motorcycles. Man, like
Motorcycles
you
watch
get
for
bumped
cars.
on one of those, and you, yeah.
And there's
My thing is, why should I have to watch for your risk?
you hold a pencil long ways in front of your face, about
Mhm.
3 inches, or maybe 5 inches in front of your face.
Mhm.
You can't see a motorcycle in that little amount of space. You can't see a motorcycle. They don't belong on the road.
In Europe,
Well,
it's
when I
even
see people, yeah.
in Europe it's even
Oh,
worse because they zip
worse?
between cars because it's so
Yeah.
congested. They just
Yeah,
like go
yeah.
30 miles an hour between the smallest spaces that the vehicles
Mm-hmm.
make, and I'm just like, how are we supposed to watch out
Animals.
for them when they drive like that?
Get out of here.
Well, and when you see people like riding them without helmets and stuff, I mean, you're like,
Yeah.
dude, one thing goes wrong, you're dead. Like,
I actually
when
saw. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh, I was just gonna say, like, I don't know if you guys seen the Mission Impossible movies or any like. That's what motorcycles are. They're for movie car.
Yeah.
That's when they're cool.
I actually saw a pretty weird motorcycle accident when I was in college.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he ended up going in the air and everything, and then he landed and skidded across the road, and the friction took down like the backside of his pants. So when he stood up, his ass cheeks were out.
Oh,
But he was
So
fine.
That's why they wear
Wow.
those
That's how it happened.
leather.
the chaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
So
fine.
your
He was
ass
fine. He
doesn't
got up. He was
Come
fine.
out.
He dusted himself off. He's like, I can't believe I'm not any broken bones, because he went at least
Shit.
a decent 5 feet in the air at least.
Wow, lucky guy.
Yeah.
I saw one on Wabash Road years ago when I was after my died. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, no.
Because I saw them, wheeling them away. Oh, gosh, yeah.
Man, Jeffrey Dahmer's back.
What?
Yeah.
What? Jeffrey Dahmer. It was a
brought his-
motorcycle.
Oh, Jeffrey
brought his
Dahmer's
arm.
what I call Mr. Schumacher.
Oh, I thought he wasn't eating.
Jeffrey Dahmer got in a motorcycle accident.
What do you guys think about trains?
I like taking the Amtrak.
I love them.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, I kind of like it. I
The
don't
high.
think I
You
would.
guys ever been on a high speed rail?
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
in
think
Europe,
so.
once again.
It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Took it.
Yeah, I like
Where did
trains.
you go to take one?
I don't
to?
think I did. I don't think I did.
Oh, I did one once. It was cool, and
'Cause
yeah.
they don't have them in America, right?
No, we don't.
We
Sadly,
can
we
kind of
should.
like count our subway trains as well as that.
Yeah. Well,
Like Chicago,
the L train and the subway.
is the L train count?
So I
Like
don't
taking them
know.
a lot.
Maybe it's my naivety,
It counts as a
being
train.
from
Yeah.
kind of a small
Okay.
city. But when I
Because
was
that's
in a city for college, I used to
Yeah.
always sit on the downtown train, like ride it around, just listen to music.
Yeah.
Like when I
that's
was
vibes.
No, I
bored,
like it.
like if my friends went home for the weekend or something, and I was staying, and I was pretty much by myself, I'm like, all right, well, guess
It's a good way to
Saturday
see a
night I'm
city.
just gonna chill. Yeah, watch people go by and just watch all the
Yeah.
scenes. Listen to hip
Specific
hop.
shout out to the Christmas train that they put into malls every year for kids.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
The big
Christmas
deal.
train.
yeah.
Shouts out.
Yeah, yeah. We like trains.
What do you guys think about these little?
we like trains on the
Jet
KBG.
skis. Motorcycles, but in the water, but way.
I like them.
I,
I just wouldn't
I
get
love
on
these.
one if I had to drive it. If I could be ridden, then like
It's so simple, dude. It's
Really?
the
It is.
easiest
They're
in the
very
world.
easy.
They're
I did it.
so simple.
oh
I mean,
really?
they can be dangerous for sure
Didn't
if you're
that
not careful.
didn't that do Sean Kingston in?
True,
Yeah.
but he was driving reckless.
He
Yeah,
was
if you're
probably
stupid at it.
he's probably drunk. Sean, you know what you're doing, Sean.
I heard he was drunk.
Sean.
Yeah, jet skis are cool. They're fun.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you need
also-
a lot of
Should that be
space.
quality movement or if there's room? Sure.
I say quality.
Quality.
I'd say
movement.
quality. They're
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
They're so good. The also jet ski is like a brand thing. It's like saying Kleenex instead of tissue.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kawasaki.
yeah.
Kawasaki will make the jet ski. Anyway,
So what are they actually called? Like
Sea-Doos.
Hydra? Oh, Sea-Doos.
they're no no
I thought they
no.
wave
Sea-Doo
runners.
is another.
I thought they were wave runners.
No, Wave Runner
Runner.
is another brand.
Oh wow.
They're called Motor something.
Motor.
I don't remember.
Okay, what
Hold
about
on.
space? Shit.
Water cycle.
I don't like
I'm not going to
spaceships.
space. Yeah, I'm not going to space. That's scary.
Now,
What about you, Tim? What do you think?
hold on here because what about it? What is it like? I want to know.
Okay.
Most of them blow up.
I will be staring out the window, disassociating.
I mean, I don't know how you
Disassociating
couldn't.
G.
I don't know how you couldn't if you saw that, but it just makes me mad because I think of Jeff Bezos and I think of
Yeah,
Elon
I
Musk
mean,
now. Like I don't think of like
they
the stars.
give
I
it a
think
bad
about how
name.
they're trying to corporate it, and you know, it's they're
Turn it
gonna.
into commercial.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Yeah.
be. It's gonna just be rich, super 1%er like Disney World.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not
And I-
cool.
And you, yeah.
when
You
I
can own
take
it.
my rocket out, I come from a place of purely of science and not like these other billionaires.
Yeah, there you go. Like if I used to kind of want to go to NASA
So-
camp, like the space camp,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
thought about being an astronaut, but then I decided like I found out that the missions are like 5 or 10 years in space. I'm like, wait, I just basically be coming down to Earth in chapters, like have
If
a
you go to
family
Mars,
and then
it
come
takes
by.
years.
Yeah, like have a kid
You
and
living
come
on the
down. He's
ISS.
10. Then I come do another mission. Come back. He's 16. Like that's not a life.
I feel like you'd lose your mind. I don't know
Yeah.
how people don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Like really, the other astronauts are really your family at that point. In a weird way. You guys are in this weird circumstance together.
Okay, trucks.
Trucks. Well, these suck. Because this is just for like work, really.
This tier list is bad.
And
you
also,
guys.
if you drive an
Very
F-150 in all seriousness, you're not a good person.
Hey, what if you're on a farm or something?
Nah, because those suck.
Farms?
Okay, I mean, all right. If you're on a farm, cool. But if you just live in a
I think
park,
if there's room,
trailer,
sure, because
nah.
trucks. Here's
Nah.
the thing. I think a truck is fine if you need a truck. Sometimes
need
you need
it.
a truck. Yeah,
Not many people do.
a truck is just Exactly.
so where should it go?
I think. I would put in the middle. Like if there's room, sure.
I
Necessary.
think if there's room.
They're very necessary, but it's what a car is, but bigger,
Mm-hmm.
meant to hold more things.
Yeah.
But we
Sure.
need trucks. stuff. I get it.
But we need them. Yeah.
Now, what do you guys
Okay,
think about
bikes.
bikes?
I haven't rode my bike in a long time. Yeah,
I would say
I think it's great
I was
if
about
you
to
don't
say,
need to go far.
I would almost just because it's healthy for you. It's literally the grandfather of all this.
And when you're a kid, it's freedom.
It's
In a
freedom.
way.
It's the
Yes.
first sign of
That's a great
transportation.
That's a great point.
Like you don't need gas in the
It's the first
apocalypse.
time
Bikes
you-
would actually be pretty useful.
I have good memories
Ooh.
associated with riding my bike. Yeah.
So I would almost put it in Kings only because
No,
you
no.
should.
Yeah.
I almost don't have a problem with that. I think that's
No?
a good fit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this though about bikes.
All right.
It's a similar thing with motorcycles. The only thing is, people who want to be riding their bikes on the busy streets, not in a bike lane.
Here we go.
Josh, do you remember one time we were driving it?
You cut out.
Oh, sorry. I said
That's
One time we were
obnoxious.
driving in. Oh yeah. That's probably
we were
good.
driving at night one time. Me and Josh were, and I think this was a homeless lady.
Yeah.
She might have been not well, but this was at night on a
Yeah.
busy street, and right in front of us, she doesn't have bright colored like reflective things on.
Ooh,
She's
yeah.
just on her bike, and I mean, we could have hit her.
Yeah.
I mean, it was dark, and she was just in the middle of the road, just riding her bike. Now that's probably a crazy person, but still, just the kind of thing that, like, it's easy to hit a person on a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they do make me nervous a little bit when I'm driving, but again, that's about cars and bikes. I still think a bike is a good.
No. Yeah. Like if you're gonna be on a bike, once
It's
again,
great.
like motorcycle, know your
But be
lane.
careful.
Know your
Yeah.
lane. It is not.
Mhm.
You're not a car. If you can't go 30 miles an hour with ease, that should not be in there. And if motorcycles kind of pass that test, I know, but yeah, bikes definitely don't. So be on the freaking side. Like there's a weird pandemic actually happening where I live and where we live. That there's a lot of bike riders that just want to go on the road and go like 5 miles an hour and do the stupid
That's
arm
what I
thing
mean. Yeah.
on like
Well,
the busiest freeway parts.
yeah,
on
and
the
it's
road.
really obnoxious, and that's the kind of thing where you're like,
Yeah.
guys, get them off the road, like before they get hurt.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
thing.
obnoxious.
But that's more the people than the bike itself. The bike itself is a terrific thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the list
I like that too.
of transportation. If you don't agree with it, then you can be wrong. It's cool. Everybody can be wrong about some things.
Yeah, you don't have to be right all the time.
Except
We
if
are.
you're on
Like
Koala
we
Bear
are.
Gang. Yeah.
Yeah, but we are. But
We do it
don't
for
have
you
to.
so you don't have to be. So
Yeah, you get to be wrong because we
Yeah,
have
that's
the
a-
right opinions.
So
Yeah,
basically,
so
you're
lucky.
welcome.
Yeah. So I'm the way, Kirby, josh.ua. My link's in the description like always.
My links better be in the description because I'm pretty sure they weren't last time.
They weren't? I gotta make sure.
I don't
gotta
know.
change that.
I actually don't know. They might have been.
They should have.
But if
because-
they weren't, then I'll be angry. So possible anger incoming. Look out for that.
I'm Dom Cellini. I'm feeling much better after the stream. It's it's my birthday and my friends.
What?
It's nice to be here with them, even if they took a little while to tell me happy birthday. But that's okay. On social media, you can find me at domcellini_art on Twitter, or domcell on Instagram. Or if you just want to read my comics and you don't want anything to do with me, just read Emmy the Robot on
There we go.
yeah.
Yeah. Link will
They
be in the
don't want
description.
anything.
And we
It
all,
better be. That's
and we
all I'm
all
saying.
know-
It better be.
And you all know what this was. It was the realest.
We've spoken.
The realest.